would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the Wiregrass. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the AAC, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Troy Trojans offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup, because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ross. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Going to the running game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Throws to the tight end. Lost the defense, he's wide open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. In the red area, it's Taylor. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. Touchdown, Trojans! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick this one.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sheffield. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So North Texas offense will get the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He breaks a tackle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
North Texas in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hammond. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Gets it out quickly. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Morris. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Now on 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle, it's Ward. wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hammond. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Shoots it to the left. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds, and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone, but just kind of ran out of space over there on that sideline.
The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And it's right down the boulevard.
That makes the score Troy 7, North Texas 3.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Tackled immediately after the catch.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
North Texas in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's hard probably for the fans, well, listen, for me too, to justify you haven't ran the football very well. Not a lot of success. 3rd and short, and you run the football again. So I think you got to find something that's going to work. Maybe get the quarterback out of the pocket, him running the football, or he can run or pass. But the run game just itself, it's been pretty stuffed so far by this defense.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ward. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The give to the tailback. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got it in the middle with Sheffield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Number 0.
The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Number 29. Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Here's the give off the left side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Crowder. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sheffield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hammond. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
North Texas really has it going on offense. Dropping back, it's Morris. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, North Texas!
Man, you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Trying to find his man on first down. With the catch, it's Parker. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
He's back to throw on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Got his man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The aerial assault continues. Caught close to the marker, it's Parker. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. Stopped after making the catch.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Troy.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you gotta believe they have to recover this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think if your offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
It is good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
20, Troy, 14.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Looking to pass, it's Crowder. A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
Brings up 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. The quick out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's now 2nd down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You've probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Getting some heat. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.